Thurman Munson was a Yankee starting catcher from 1970 through 1979. Munson broke onto the scene in 1969, and just as fans said goodbye to several World Series heroes like Yogi Berra, Whitey Ford, and Mickey Mantle in the 1960s, there would be a new hero to cheer for in the 1970s.
Wilson going way back, he'll not get to it, it's Thurman Munson coming through in the clutch.
After a 12-year absence, Munson led the Bombers back to the Fall Classic in 1976 against the Big Red Machine. Despite losing 4 straight, number 15 batted a resounding .529. The Yankee Captain followed that up by hitting .320 with 10 RBIs in the World Series wins over the Dodgers in 1977 and 1978. On August 2, 1979, Munson, a licensed pilot, was practicing takeoffs and landings and was killed in a plane crash in Canton, Ohio. Yankee shortstop Bucky Dent will never forget that day.
Well, that was one of the toughest nights I ever had in sports. I mean, when I heard Thurman had crashed, I was in the Twin Towers having dinner. I came down and the parking attendant said, "Hey, Bucky, it's a shame what happened to Thurman." I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "He got killed in a plane crash," and it kind of buckled my knees. And then, to experience something like that with a great player, and it was very emotional, and it was something that I hope that I don't, as a player, ever have to go through again.
Greg Nettles was the Yankees' third baseman for those championship teams.
Thurman was our leader. He was our captain. And for me to be named captain after him was quite an honor for me.
4 days after the crash, the Yankees returned home to face the Orioles as New Yorkers honored their fallen hero.
Almighty Lord, we pause to pray for Thurman Munson, our brother and your faithful son. We offer a moment of silent prayer in his memory.
First baseman Chris Chambliss recalls how Munson's best friend Bobby Mercer put the team on his shoulders and won the game by driving in all 5 runs against Baltimore.
Yeah, that was the hardest game, to play. Actually, I look back on it. I wish we didn't have to play that day, but we did. And but that meeting with Billy Martin that day was an unbelievable moment because we had to sit there and Billy explain everything that happened, and everybody was crying in there. It was a rough time, and Bobby just took the bulls by the horn and he performed for all of us and kind of did what we all wanted to do. You want to do the best you can on the field, which is what Thurman would have wanted, and he had the big game for us, and it's only fitting that he was because that was his best friend.
Munson was only 32 when he left us, but his legacy lives on. He was a 2-time world champion, 1970 Rookie of the Year, 1976 MVP, 7-time All-Star, and won 3 Gold Gloves. He also boasted a .292 career average and a .357 postseason average with 22 RBIs in 30 playoff games. Munson's career average is 23 points higher than Carlton Fisk and 25 points greater than Johnny Bench. For Bronx Bombers Radio, I'm Mike DeMurchis.